Salam, hello and welcome to Haludis. We're back here again at the brilliant Cinnamon Kitchen in Devonshire Square in London. And joining us on the programme today, we've got a chef back with us again who's been here before. He's back again because he was so good. Chef Muayad Ali from La Sophia in Notting Hill. Muayad, what have you got on the recipe for us today?
Today we're cooking saddle flam stuffed with spinach, seasoned with black pepper, salt and garlic. It's going to be seared on the stove, and we're going to finish it in the pan marie there on the grill. And we'll serve it with the grilled aubergine, spinach, poached leek, and chili. And the sauce will be made from the dripping of the lamb. We're going to be making its own juice sauce. So
that sounds like a really good meaty recipe for me and for our Haludi guests as well today. Christiana, would you like to come and join us in the kitchen? Definitely. We'll get our hands washed, some water, and we've got a tea towel for you as well. And we'll get stuck in, we'll get started. So we've got the pan warm, we've got there, Muayad. Hands nice and washed. Like to swap places with me there, because it's all about you doing the cooking today, not me.
Fabulous.
You're going to be in charge of this recipe with Muayad. So, right, what have we got to do first?
We're going to start with the oil. If we give the oil
a little bit of olive oil.
Want me to add it?
Yeah.
Straight into the pan there.
A little bit more.
A little bit, drop more there, that's it.
That's it.
Right, so that's going to get warmed up nicely.
So get the lamb.
Okay, oh, the lamb is all ready to go as it is then?
Yeah.
Right, so we just take this nice saddle of lamb.
So do you want to just explain to us briefly what you did?
This lamb, basically, it's a saddle of lamb, boneless, cut in half. We keep the skin, the fat, on the side of the meat. We season it really well.
You keep it on, you don't take it off?
We keep it on, we don't take it off.
All right.
So we season it really well inside. It's better if you leave it overnight, seasoned before you cook it.
You season it with what?
With salt, pepper, and fresh garlic.
Okay.
And you just leave it overnight usually.
The meat?
The meat, yeah. Okay. And also we start
quick,
the meat getting crispy, like that.
Turn it over nice. To keep it turning over then, are we?
You need to keep turning over.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So, and then we take the meat after 1 day, and then we stuff it with the fresh spinach, steamed spinach. Again, the spinach must be seasoned as well with a lot of extra virgin olive oil mixed with the spinach. We stuff the lamb with it, and then as you see, we tied the lamb with the special strain on the lamb.
Show it to the people so they can see.
It's really cooking quite quickly, isn't it, there, in a really intense heat. And I guess this is, once it comes out of this pan here, you're going to cook it somewhere else, because otherwise it just...
so it's going to just, on the stove, you get the fat crispy.
Just to seal all the edges around there, so you've got the nice colour and flavour there, yeah?
Yeah, you just get all that.
Is this sort of thing you would do at home, maybe, Christiana? You're cooking with lamb, would you get it into the pan nice and hot and seal it, or would that be a bit kind of ambitious and brave to do?
I'm trying to figure out how he actually tied the string around. I haven't done that so far.
That's a whole new programme altogether. That kind of goes with origami.
It's got a whole pattern to it and everything, you know, the knots and so on.
Yeah.
No, I love, cooking lamb. But
so that's just gone into this nice long earthenware dish. Now, can you cook this in the oven, or does it get cooked on top of the grill there?
You can cook it here on top of the grill. It could be cooked in the oven for about 12 minutes.
About 12 minutes in the oven.
In the oven, yeah.
Is it? It's not a lamb dish which is cooked very long then, so it's not going to be cooked all the way through. It's going to be kind of medium rare.
This piece of meat, it's the most tender loin of the lamb, and this piece of meat, I will serve it rare or medium rare maximum.
All right, so
as to enjoy the really flavor of the meat and the quality of the meat.
Right.
So how long would you cook it in the oven for? And what in the oven, say?
In the oven, you cook it for about 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Not very long at all, then. No.
And what sort of heat? 150 or?
On 175.
175.
So a moderate heat then.
Yeah.
Not for too long, and it comes out just right.
And the same pan, I haven't added anything there. I took the lamb out. I add about 1 large shallot, finely diced, and leek, about 100 grams.
Yeah.
Fresh bay leaf and spring thyme. And then we add a little bit.
This is the grated garlic. Right, what we got next, chef?
So we add the fresh tomato puree, and there salt and pepper. So we cook it all.
And this is the base for the sauce, then, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the base for the sauce for the lamb. We cook it for probably 10 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Just simmer it. And start doing the garnish. The garnish with the lamb recipe, basically we're cooking, we're gonna serve it with aubergine and spinach. It's gonna
Right,
be
yeah,
served
yeah.
along.
So we've got the
that's,
aubergines
got
here.
2 slices of aubergine there.
Yeah.
Got the
There's
spinach here.
So a real nice, fresh, vibrant spinach there.
Basically,
what do we do first?
Aubergine
So we get
is
Christiana
already,
doing this.
if
So
you want to put some olive, a lot of
there
olive
we go.
oil
We
here.
got some oil onto there. Now you need to be quite generous with this because it really absorbs it into the aubergine there. It's really.
Do you get inspired by all these, you know, cuisines from all around the world for your own cooking?
I do, to be honest, because I mean I'm a Yorkshireman through and through, really, and
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm not well travelled, but you know I travel all over the country, but. I like to travel around the world too. I like the Caribbean, the hot kind of the winter sun holidays, but I'd like to try and get to kind of the Asian countries as well and experience some of them kind of foods and ingredients firsthand and get into the markets. But I think because I can't get there now,
Yes.
I can get there to the festival in September, the Halal
Yeah.
Festival.
Yeah.
So it's
You
going to be
have
on my
the whole world
doorstep.
at
But
your
I
doorstep.
won't need my visa to get there, so it's just even better, isn't it, really?
Right.
Absolutely.
The spinach.
So in goes a little splash of oil in with the spinach there.
Cook the spinach.
Yeah.
A little
Do
bit
we need a
of,
bit of salt on here at all,
a
Muayad?
little bit of olive oil there,
Olive oil into there, yeah.
and then we just season it.
Now
Do
what's
you-
this
can I just
one
ask
here,
you something?
Muayad?
Do you put salt to drain the bitter flavors at
The
all,
salt,
or not really?
the salt to soak the water
Yeah.
out of the aubergine.
Yeah.
Just absorbs
You
it
get
out.
the water out of the
And the
aubergine.
bitter
yeah.
flavor as well.
Yeah.
But you
Again,
don't
it's-
bother with this now?
So it's already done.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yeah.
With the salt, yeah.
And it's quite thin, so that will cook quite quickly as well, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
it does really cook really quickly.
So the spinach really wilts down very quickly there as well, so that's going to be our garnish just about done too. And how's the sauce doing there, Muayad? Is that,
the sauce is
that
getting
doing
there,
good?
Yeah.
Have we got a service plate? Is this one, Muayad, ready? Is that the one we're going with for the service?
Could be some. If it's bigger one, would be better.
Right, okay.
So we need to grill the aubergine.
Right.
So straight onto the nice hot fire grill. There we go. Could you do these in the oven if you haven't got a grill at home, Muayad?
Sorry.
Could you do the aubergines in the oven if you haven't got a grill at home?
I do it in the oven at home. I haven't got grilled.
Oh, so you can do them at home
no,
in the
you
oven.
can't
That's
do it
good
at home
then,
in the
yeah.
house. If you have a grill at home, it's easy.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
oven, would you put it on a grilling dish or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grilling dish,
That's right, yeah. What about a griddle pan? Onto a griddle pan on the stove. That would work pretty good. You
It would work, yeah.
You get the
Plain,
effect
yeah.
too. Right, so out comes the spinach. And what about the lamb? Is that going to be far off being ready, do you think?
Lamb is about.
It's a lovely colour in there, hasn't it?
It's ready.
Oh, that's ready. Aubergines just nicely turned over. You get that lovely effect, don't you, from the griddle there as
Yeah,
well.
that's right.
It's kind of inspiring, isn't it, when you see these kind of things happening? It kind of makes you want to go away and think, right, I'm going to give that a try.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
know.
it doesn't have to be a difficult recipe.
Tying of the.
Oh, the tying of the
I
actual
wonder how you
string
do
around
that.
there, yeah.
I'm sure you know how to do
Yeah,
it.
well, that's a butcher's knot. That's what that's
Butcher's
called.
knot,
So,
ah.
yeah, you need to be good at tying knots to get this one.
Right.
But, I mean, nowadays you get all sorts of things. You get netting as well, which you can kind of slide it into it. So there's all sorts of modern techniques nowadays. Right, oh, we're going for a taste, are we? How's it going, chef?
Sauce great.
Can you smell that?
Add a bit of.
Well, I mean,
It's really-
I mean, it smells beautiful, and I'm just saying that one of the beautiful things that I think we're experiencing. I mean, I'm from Midlands in Birmingham, and it used to be dominated by the Balti Triangle with all the
right,
Asian
yes.
food and the curry food. But over the time period, we're getting to see a lot more Mediterranean, a lot more North African
Wider
food.
range of cuisines.
Fusion food.
Yeah,
Fusion food. So,
yeah,
so,
that's
so
right.
actually, we've kind of, as a family, switched to less spicier food, and which is much more. So we're getting much more of diversity in
That's
our
right,
food
and different
the cultures,
ingredients and- yeah, it's really good.
And that's really something very beautiful about, again, as Christian was saying, something of the culture, something of the beautiful food that's coming in,
All
and so
ties in together, doesn't it?
enhances our taste buds.
Exactly.
That's right, yeah.
This is very much ready, just like that.
Right, so nicely firm and compacted, as you
We
see,
need
yeah.
the scissor. We need to cut
Scissors. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Cut the string,
Now, there we
see?
go. You were talking string and knots, so we're going to put you in charge of this one here now, aren't we? So just snip it all through there. That's it, all the way down the line. Watch your fingers. Yeah, and just a good pair of scissors, just snip it through there. And it should, while it's been on the board there, just be nicely relaxing as well, so it's not going to be too difficult to slice and eat as well. So that's it. Snip it all away there. Pull it all away there. That's it.
That's okay.
Yeah, pull it off there. There we go. Just come out the way.
Oops.
Almost there now. Just another 2 or so to go.
That's it.
Just a couple more, I think, there, is there? One there. Oh, it's just one, isn't it?
Oh, you got
There
it.
we go. No, we're back on track.
Very good.
Right, chef. So aubergines and spinach is going to get sliced down, is it? Oh, we're going into almost like a samosa shape there, yeah? There we go. Onto the plate.
Lovely.
So are you a big lamb fan then? Is
I
it one of your
love
favourite
lamb.
meats?
It's one of my favourite meats,
I have to say it's one of mine.
So now we're slicing the lamb now. As you see the color, this is what we're looking for.
Perfect.
Lovely and pink.
Yeah,
and notice there's not juices running all over the place, is there?
It's
all
you let
sealed
it
in.
rest. When you take it out the oven or you take it off the grill, you leave it on the chopping board or leave it on the side to rest for at least 7 minutes.
Okay.
Don't touch it, otherwise you will, all the juice will come.
I
so
see.
Seeps out, doesn't it? That's right.
Where is the lamb?
And just a bit of an angle we're cutting it there, so it's not just straight down, so we've got nice presentation too. All the way there. That's it. And just to recap, so this was the lamb with the spinach, with the aubergine, and spinach garnish with it too. And again, presentation, look at this, the way it's all coming together. With the spinach underneath the skin there, where it's all tied together there. And then we've got the juice to go with it as well, which is full of all the tomatoes, the spices, the leeks.
And you finish it with the sauce, basically.
Yeah.
This sauce, basically, you could, other thing to finish this sauce, you could blend it.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that nice
Put
and
it in the
smooth.
blender.
Yeah,
And then you blend all the vegetable and everything together. And you could serve it like this as far as cooked long enough to be served like this. You get all the flavor.
Yeah, I like it like this, where you can see
Lovely.
all the ingredients in there, you know
Yeah.
exactly what you're
Bit
getting.
more raw,
And you've
yeah.
got the texture as well, haven't you, too,
Yeah.
which is what it's all about. Wow, look at that. I hope you're hungry.
Fine, I sure am.
Yeah. Are we sharing?
Yes, we are.
We're sharing today, so
wonderful. Well, I
we're
think
all
this-
right. And then just we're
all gonna get a bit.
Look at this.
Lovely.
Do you like chilies?
I do.
You do indeed.
here you have
Absolutely.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure I can eat a whole one, but
We're a
we are
haludis.
sharing
That's
today.
it. That's a saddle flam stuffed with the spinach and crispy skin, served with aubergine, grilled aubergine, wilted spinach, and its own sauce.
Muayad, you took the
Enjoy.
words out of my mouth.
Mashallah.
We'll be back again in just a moment or two with our next Haludi guest, Jahangir. You'll be cooking another fabulous recipe with Muayad. And for the moment, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back in just a moment or two. Salams, hello and welcome back to Haludis. We're back again for our second part of the episode. We had a cracking recipe with the pan-seared lamb saddle recipe with Chef Muayad Ali. Very nice recipe too. And thank you, Cristiano, for helping out with that one there. But we're now going to move on to something a little bit different, which we haven't done on this series before yet. And we're going to go for a dessert. Now, Muayad, what's the dessert we're going to be cooking today?
Today we're going to be doing a classic chocolate fondant.
Wow.
Very simple dessert and very tasty, and it's served with even vanilla ice cream or salted caramel. It's very simple and it's very popular dessert in the French restaurants.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah.
When you say simple, is it simple for you or is it simple for our Haludis?
Simple for anyone had basic cooking.
Right, yeah.
Even basic cooking at home. I think if you're familiar with the ingredients, shouldn't be something hard. for
Nothing
you
too
to make.
technical.
Yeah.
So, Jahangir, is this something you could cope with, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. The imperative word being basic. So I
Basic,
think I can do basic.
Right, well, I think basically it's time to come and join us in the
Okay,
kitchen.
lovely.
There
Lovely
we go.
to meet
So
you,
we'll get our hands washed there. The water's on at
Let's
the
do
ready.
that.
And while you're washing your hands down, Muayad, you can tell us what exactly we're going to be doing with this recipe. How does it all come together?
It's very simple. It just you have a little bit of water in the saucepan here, about a quarter of boiling and simmering water. Not really boiling; it's simmering.
Okay.
It's
Right.
hot enough water.
Yeah.
And a Celestine bowl on top
Okay.
of the water.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna start. We put the chocolate here.
Okay.
It's
Oh, that's
basically
chocolate.
the recipe. It's 50 grams of chocolate,
Okay.
dark chocolate,
Okay.
50 grams flour,
Okay.
and a 50 grams of butter, unsalted butter.
Unsalted always, yeah.
And 50 grams of sugar. That's
Okay.
why I said
That's
it
this
is
one.
all 50, 50, 50.
50-50.
As a
Is this
combination,
the,
it's very simple, easy combination.
Is this the order that they're going as well, then?
Yes. So,
Right.
no, in the Panamari, we're only going to have the chocolate, and we're going to have about 50 grams of butter.
50
Okay.
grams.
So you put the chocolate in here.
Straight into
Just
here.
straight on the top.
Yep.
Straight.
So Jahangir, have you got a sweet tooth? Or
Oh
are you
yes.
more of a savoury?
I loved it. I loved dessert.
And
So we're on-
we
onto
need
a roll
to put
now,
some
aren't we?
butter as well.
Okay. Do you want me to put all of this in here?
But,
About 50 grams.
50 grams, yeah.
Is that much? Okay. Is that 50?
That's
That
fine,
looks
yeah.
about 50
Oh,
to me.
look.
There we go. In it goes.
A little bit more.
A little bit more?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Are we doing all right?
That's,
Great.
That's done with.
So what
right,
we're going to
so
do,
what's
we're
next?
going to, with the whisk
Yeah.
or with the spatula,
Yeah.
just move it around.
Move it
Just have to
around.
melt down the chocolate down there with the butter.
Oops.
And we'll
butter,
get
I
you
give
a
you
tea
a-
towel there.
Yeah,
shall
we got a
Hold
tea
it on
towel
with.
there.
You got one there, yeah.
Got one
That's it.
here, so we can
It's going to be
just
quite
hold it.
warm, this, so watch
Yeah.
your fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make sure you just,
just go like that.
go like that.
Wow.
We're just melting
Mix
it all
it
down.
that.
Smells beautiful and it looks beautiful.
That's it.
Excellent.
Like
Excellent.
that.
What's
So
next
we
there
take
then?
it off the,
Okay.
we take it off here.
Yeah.
And is it if you get water in there, will that be a problem? Because sometimes when you melt
Yeah,
chocolate,
you
getting
shouldn't
water
have-
in there.
no, you
Shouldn't have water in
So you've
there.
got to
No
really
water.
be careful you don't
No
get any
water.
water into there
Right.
as well.
Right.
So put
Are you a
this here
chocolate
on the
fan,
side.
Christiana?
I love dark
For the
chocolate.
second,
You love dark
what
chocolate.
we're going to do here,
Yeah.
you're going to 3 eggs in here. You're
Okay.
going to crack 3 eggs.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Turn the
Are you
bowl.
good at cracking eggs?
Yeah, it should be fine.
That's it, we'll get that out of the way for a minute. Oh, nearly.
I
What about the shell, chef? Do we need shell?
No, no, no.
Shall
no,
I put this over here?
A bit too much calcium in that recipe, but we can get it out. There we go.
Yeah.
There's always a way.
I thought I could crack an egg.
That's it. So
There,
one,
there,
two.
there's what I'm familiar
There's a
with.
real art to it, isn't
There's
there?
what I'm familiar
There
with.
is.
Cracking it on this side, is that makes
That's
it
the
easier,
better
right?
way, yeah. Do you do a scrambled egg for breakfast?
I do. I can do scrambled eggs.
You know what
Oh,
you
you
should
should be
say?
good.
When you crack it, you can say Bismillah Allahu Akbar.
Okay.
Because there's a life could be coming out.
All the sugar.
Am I doing all this
So
sugar?
the sugar
all the
straight
sugar
in.
there.
And is this caster sugar or granular
That's
sugar?
granular sugar.
Granular sugar, so that goes straight
Then
in.
I'm
Now we're going to
Get
whisk
these
Whisk it together
out
with
the way
this?
there.
with this, yeah.
Right.
So,
And the 3 eggs is right for the amount that we've got. I mean,
It should
if there
be
was-
right, yeah.
If there was more chocolate, it would need more eggs,
You
or?
need, as more chocolate you do, as more eggs you need.
Right,
so we
right.
do the eggs and sugar separately.
Sure, sure.
So we're going to add the flour into the chocolate.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
we mix the chocolate, we see the texture.
Okay.
We add the eggs and sugar.
Sure.
We add it slowly here.
so when you're cooking at home,
That's
Are we
then,
done? Are we done here?
when you're cooking at home, what's your favourite recipe to cook?
I can quite comfortably cook some basic spaghetti bolognese.
That's not a bad start.
I can do that. I can
Yeah.
do scrambled eggs. I
Yeah.
can do basic vegetables. My daughter's teaching me how to cook chicken. She's 13 years old, so
she's teaching you?
Yeah, I mean,
She must have a good food teacher at
she,
school.
well, she's got her mom and her grandma and
Oh,
everybody
right.
else, and she's
Yeah.
really taken to it. So she's advanced, more advanced than I am on this one. So I can do the basic level stuff,
Yes,
unfortunately.
yeah.
So that's where I'm at with
We
food.
add
And,
the flour in here.
So that's the
We did
flour
add
gone into
the
the chocolate
flour,
and butter,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's really very smooth. You would
It
expect
is.
that to go lumpy, wouldn't you, by
Right,
putting a
yeah,
dry
yeah,
ingredient
yeah.
into
Well,
a
that's
wet
just-
ingredient, but
I
that's
mean,
really
I'm
got nice and
amazed how
smooth.
simple it's been so far. So that's fascinating.
Have you ever tried making these before, Christiana?
No, but yesterday I cooked a dark chocolate birthday cake.
Oh.
And you know what the secret recipe in that is? The secret ingredient is olive oil instead of butter.
Really?
It tastes really good.
Can I tell you a secret? It's not a
good.
secret anymore, you just told
Nice.
us on telly.
Yes, I can.
So I start getting
Right,
nice
okay.
and thick here.
This is
So
nice and
we
thick,
add
yeah.
a little bit. I add a little bit of the mixer, the egg, and
Yeah.
So that's what's got a little bit of egg into there.
So you
Yeah.
only put half of that so far, right?
maybe less. But
Maybe
There
less.
we go, yeah.
Adds a little bit more.
Just add it gradually then,
So
so
I
it
mean, it
just
depends
combines it all in
how
together.
big the eggs are. Sometimes you get them large, medium,
Right,
small.
right.
That's why we don't take risk. Add them all at once.
No, just
So we separate them.
Yeah.
And then we do it.
so you get the
see.
right consistency, otherwise
Yeah.
it'd be too runny, wouldn't it there? So when you're doing your work, which is very important, as we mentioned,
Sure.
it's all about humanitarian aid
Sure,
for
sure.
sort of major disasters all around the world. You must travel all over the country and all over the world.
Absolutely,
and see,
yeah.
see some rather amazing and horrific
Well-
situations. But food, it must be a problem as well.
In disaster zones, getting food into desperate situations. I've just come back from Syria, and basic food survival, you need food, clean water, and shelter. So those are the raw ingredients of any requirement from a humanitarian response point of view. You get the camps in, you get the tents in, you get clean drinking water, of course, to stop the drinking. You know how important it is. You made me wash my hands, and
yeah.
that's absolutely critical.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's needed for the drinking, on a day-to-day basis. Then the food, staple diet. What's important is try to always keep it local. So
Right,
you often
yeah.
see people shipping food in, convoys and all the rest of it. As best as possible, you try and keep the food which is local, what
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
used to. And so there's familiarity. Because
So some of the supports, they could
Yeah.
be thinking they're really helping, but they could be getting ingredients they don't know what to do with.
they won't know what to do with it. It's alien. Always look at local context, local environment as much as possible so that people can feel See, the word that we use in the sector is called displaced people.
Right,
We don't want to give them displaced food. We want to give, and the food is
Something
normally
they're familiar with.
something they're familiar
That's
with.
right,
Again, familiarity is very, very
They
important.
might have lost their homes and some families, so to give them something they're familiar
Now,
with.
So staple diet, what they use to try and provide that as much as possible.
Right, okay, what are we doing, Chef?
Now it's ready to go into the ramekin. It's we use those ramekin.
Okay.
But basically, this is here we have just plain chocolate fondant.
Right, so
So-
these dishes, do they need preparing at all, or are they just
No,
as they come?
you just use them as it is.
As it is
shouldn't-
there, yeah.
yeah.
And we get that into the ramekin.
Okay.
And do these get turned out of the ramekin, or they get turned out? So they're not served in
turned
there,
out
yeah?
and then
Wow.
Now they're filled around about half full, I would say, there, are they?
Wow.
There we go.
Amazing.
And I guess this is a bit like, for me, cooking a Yorkshire pudding. It's like they go in the oven,
Yeah.
and then it's, let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Obviously, if you've got a tried and tested recipe, then you're halfway there, aren't you?
Sure. Sure.
so that's it ready. So
Wow.
they are ready to go
Okay.
to the oven.
Amazing.
And there you go.
175 degrees.
Okay.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Done.
Straight in.
Must be nice. When it comes out the oven, it should be nice and fluffy on the outside,
Right.
and must be nice hot liquid on the inside.
Sure.
So when you touch it with the spoon, all that liquid comes out,
Wow.
Comes out
and you enjoy yourself
Wow.
with the chocolate.
Wow. So there you go. We've got our chocolate fondant ready to go into the oven. We've got the oven on 180 degrees. They're going to go into the oven for about 6 or 7 minutes, wasn't it, Muayad?
Yes.
So we're going to just wait eagerly for them to pop out of the oven. Okay, so the chocolate fondants, they went into the oven for about 6 or 7 minutes, 175 degrees. We popped them in a little bit early before we put the other ones in, and they're just coming out now, as you can see. They're looking rather proud, Chef. What do you think?
I think they are very good. They're
Very good. So they've just nicely risen, as you said there. And then what we have to do now is we turn them onto the plate, do we?
Yes, we're gonna turn them on to.
What do you think, Jinga?
Wow.
Looking good.
Basically, we just get the knife just right in the edge,
Yeah.
Yeah,
slowly,
Yeah.
gently,
Okay.
just right in the edge
Sure.
here,
Sure.
just to loosen it around.
and
Oh, wow, look.
Wow.
And this you would serve with a nice vanilla ice cream you mentioned, wouldn't you, as well?
yeah, it could be served with nice vanilla ice cream,
Yeah.
some strawberry, fresh strawberries as well.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
fruit and chocolate, really very good indeed.
Excellent.
And then the other one as well there too. It looks like you're getting one as well too, Christiana.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear
There
that.
we
It's
are.
my favorite.
And just a nice little dessert, isn't it? Nothing too big, too heavy, just nice, light, real
Very
chocolate,
simple,
intense
very
flavour.
easy, and it's nice to make it at home. Like what I said, you could be creative when making it. You could stuff it with a lot of things. You can stuff it with the cream, or pistachio.
And could you prepare the recipe in advance, sort of on an afternoon, ready for baking it in the evening, or does it have to be done more or less
This
straight
recipe,
away?
you could make it. You could leave it in the fridge. You could make it actually and put it in the ramekin, and you can freeze it.
Jenga, there's no excuse.
Wow.
You could do this, couldn't you?
I'm just
We said basic cooking.
amazed at what we've achieved today. So that's really given me the confidence to say that
There
I can
you go.
definitely do that.
So that's our chocolate fondant.
Wow.
Straight onto the plate, ready to serve. So now it's just a case of our two haludis to take the taste test and give us their verdict of our two recipes for today. So there we go, two more great recipes from Muayad Ali from the Sophia restaurant in Notting Hill here in London. All it is now for us to see is what do our haludis think to the recipes. So, Christiana, what do you think?
Well, I
Have a
think
little
it looks
taste.
fantastic. Let's taste it.
Presentation is absolutely
Absolutely.
glamorous. So
Absolutely.
have a little taste,
I
see what you
think we
think,
will. Yeah,
and we'll
let's
get your
try
verdicts
this.
as well.
Let's have a look what we've got.
It looks really nice and tender.
It does indeed.
There we go.
amazing.
Let's have
Here
a
we
look.
go.
Look at the lovely sauce right next
Yeah,
to
really
it.
nice. That spinach running through it too.
Absolutely.
I see you're both avoiding that chilli. Maybe a bit later.
Yeah, the chilies.
Yeah,
We'll
have
give
a
that a
little
little
taste
bit of
there.
taste later.
And yeah, once you've had a little taste of your lamb recipe, we're going to go straight to the chocolate fondant.
Okay, let's do
And we're
that.
going to get the overall verdict of the both recipes.
Very tender.
Very tender.
Beautiful.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary
So good.
and beautiful are the words being used. So we have to rush you now for the chocolate fondant, I'm
Oh,
afraid.
absolutely.
Sauce
Okay.
is very tasty too.
Lovely. Absolutely.
All right.
Should we try the?
I think
Have a
that's
little taste there
simplicity of cooking, just using fresh ingredients,
Right,
as you
right.
saw, just
Yes, sure.
as a
A lot of it's
market,
about-
market ingredients,
Sure.
really, like fresh tomato,
Go ahead.
leeks,
I'll take
and
this one.
onions.
Confidence in the kitchen, that's what
Yes.
it's all about.
Still nice and bright.
Right, ladies and gents. We're tucking in there, nice little taste.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it's going to be thumbs up for this one. What do you think, Christiana? Oh,
Still
look.
hot.
Still warm. Look at that, just melting in your mouth, isn't it?
So nice, so
Still
good.
warm.
I can't believe I contributed to
made
making
this.
that.
There you go, 2 more great recipes from Chef Muayad Ali from La Sophia restaurant here in London. We're going to be back again next year. Thanks to Cinnamon Kitchen for having us for this series, and we hope to see all you Haloudis at the Halal Food Festival at the London Excel on the 27th, 28th and 29th of September. So, see you there.